So, if you were on the YouTubes, you gotta expect a few bruises here and there. I'm a big guy, not a wallflower. I'm not even above getting a few insults here and there. It's online, it's brutal. I'm pretty brutal on Twitter, so I think reciprocity is a very key virtue here. That said, well, I'll try to elaborate in other videos, but I guess the key standard for this channel at least is peak stupidity cannot and should not be tolerated, but if we allow toleration, that is fine. So, some recent comments about the video on Aaron's alleged new concern with can-run children's. So, I brought up Jerry Armstrong, so I'm going to be very quick because I want to get to the more, well, things you probably would be more interested in. The Armstrong case is actually very simple, and I'll do more on this. I've already done things on this. There's a specific policy statute that's being violated. Jerry went through this very thoroughly in his interview, and he went through this specifically about religion. Religion is not relevant. That is simply not a good pathway to get rid of the IRS exemption. That's a non starter. There are now dozens of cases where the courts have now agreed it is a religion. You may not like that. I may not like that. That is now in law. So that game is over. It does not protect their tax exempt status. Policy is being violated because of the fair gaming Jerry's experiencing. It's not hard to understand, smooth brains. Okay, so I'm going to call out, and I'm going to be nice, LC here, and I'll even put up the comment with redactions and everything. It's like, no, that's not in the video. You just made it up out of nowhere. And you don't even know the basics, so let me just complete it real quick. So she say, well, you need to do this. No, you don't, stupid. That's in the law. We just did this with Danny Masterson. Victims do not need to self-identify in a courtroom. The law will make allowances here and there. You can have total anonymity. Total anonymity. You don't have to self-identify to be in the courtroom. We just did this with Danny Masterson, right? Technically, they're Jane Does, although some of the Jane Does have become public, so that's their business. And there we go. And I'm trying to be nice because I know who these people are, but technically speaking, in the court of law, you don't have to self-identify. Anyway, so getting back to the basics of reality, Kelli Copter. Well, let me step back. So Aaron is trying to share this propaganda stuff. Now, some of it is like, whatever. It has to do with the Save the Garden movement, I guess, in Clearwater, where I'm going to have to be fun with you guys. The basics are the plan of attack is first spend $50,000 for a proposal. Okay, where's the money going? Then the 50,000 proposal will lead to a 2 million bid. Right. So we got to raise 50,000 then 2 million. Putting aside the sheer impossibility, and I'll give Aaron this, he was pretty honest saying, yeah, guys, that's probably not going to happen. It's all symbolic. However, there's more than one propaganda videos coming out there. So then he applauded himself in another propaganda video. Hey, listen, it's the United States, freedom of speech. The problem is the charity status. So he let it slip that Kelli Copter was working on this video. So piece it together, guys. So Kelli Copter recently applauded herself to go to Florida and said, this is the second time I've been to my Floridas, but now without the evil of the church. Now I have the evil of my cult with Aaron's, and that's good. And Smooth Brain was audacious enough to share other photos from her other trip to Clearwater, not with the Church of Scientology, right? She's showing photos of her at the airport with Aaron, Liz Gale, and Jenna Miscavige. So she's been to Florida 2024, and apparently now 2025. Maybe I missed something, guys. So this would be your third time in Florida, but she's saying in the post it's her second time. Maybe she needs to learn how English works. In any case, yeah, Aaron, when you're doing political campaigns, your charity status, you can't do that. The tax laws are not there to subsidize propaganda. It happens under the guise of education, but yeah, outright political propaganda, that's not a thing. Also, Kelli Copter is not even an American citizen. But there you go. However, I'm a congratulator here. I'm not a hater. I'm not going to be calling the FBI or the CIA or whoever anytime soon. I'm just saying this seems really iffy in terms of the legal processes and mechanisms. And Kelli's in all kinds of insanities, hypocrisies, contradictions. Like, she also shared on her channel her congratulating herself for seeing RuPaul. For those who don't know, RuPaul is this famous drag queen, and I grew up in the 90s. I'm aware of RuPaul. This is how isolated I was because I grew up in a very Hispanic, very conservative background. So I was like, oh, listen to MTV, listen to music. And I'm like, oh, that's been a nice little song that woman put out. And it's like, it's not a woman. It's not a woman. It's not a woman. She was a drag queen. It's like, what? Drag? I mean, I was aware of the concept of men dressing like women because, Shakespeare, that's the thing. But I was puzzled about that for years and years because I'm like, I don't understand. So anyway, Kelly's also viciously and vigorously defending and promoting Andrew Gold, who is infamously transphobic and super traditionalist with the genders. Also, he's a raving lunatic on Israel and a pro-Zionist. So, Kelli Copter's upset at anti-Semitism in Britain. When did she become so pro-Jewish? I don't know. She's also pro-censorship because she's trying to get rid of DOA, which is technically a good cause if you do it for the right reasons. But if you do it for peak stupidity reasons, I'm not going to give you any congratulations. So, clown prizes all around. I mean, listen, if you want to insult me or attack me, I don't really care. But if you're breaking the terms of services, yeah, the comments are going to go away. Now, someone left comments about another Aaron video. I'm sorry, I was going to put this at the beginning of this the video. The comments are still there as far as I know. I've even screenshotted them. In due time, I'll put out a short video. These are the person's comments. They were not deleted. I didn't touch them. Things happen on YouTube, guys. If your comments don't show up, yes, either I deleted them or guess what? YouTube is YouTube. I've had the same experience with Twitter. It is what it is. It's technology, or the filter mechanism don't work. Don't go panicky. If you think I've deleted the comments, you can ask me and I will tell you straight up, yes or no, because I have no reason to hide these things. No reason at all. So let's just finish off the laziness of Serge Del Mar. So Serge was away for 2 months just collecting the membership fees, doing nothing. I mean, literally nothing. No posts, no videos, no lives, not even a thank you note. He just collected the money, doing nothing. But apparently he's back, and I'll give him this, that his gurblings, gobblings, moronic prose style, I'm glad he kept it short because he's not a good writer. But I find this amazing that some of these people question whether I'm Hispanic and even call me a racist for using the word Latino. I have no idea what they're on about, but Sergi apparently still has not mastered English, despite being in this country, what, at least 25 to 30 years? Bro, that's not how it's done, right? He's like, it's babies. That's not how you write it in English. Maybe do better. Also, just to be fair to him, Spanish is kind of weird with lo. If you're just starting out learning Spanish, lo is usually translated as it. Lo is way more flexible. I can only report the way I've used it. Native speakers, like my family and friends, lo is just extremely flexible. Lo is just used all the time. Like, they'll say, lo voy a hacer. And you'll be like, wait, you can't do that. Because you need a subject. Like you say, oh, I'm going to play ball or something, right? Then you can say, oh, he's going to play with it later. Sergi just used it. What does the it refer to? You can't do that in English. You can do that in Spanish. If he just put it in Spanish, that would have been fine. So lo is extremely interesting and flexible in Spanish. So I'm guessing he's still thinking in Spanish and trying to translate back into English. Oh, by the way, his Spanish is all terrible. As is some of these other people, and I'm going to call her out, Diane Nutcase. Her Spanish is terrible. That's a fact. She can't really speak or write Spanish at all either. But I'll give her this. She's that stupid. It's open. Like, if you believe anything she says, you're dumb. You're really dumb. But of course, the Surge morons are going, "Oh my God, Surge, your message is amazing." Well, I mean, here I actually try to do something. If I ask you guys for money for research or bills or whatever, I try to give you something. So let's end off with Aaron, who shared photos of the stars. So where's all the money to his SBTV, my self-insertion propaganda foundation going? Don't know. Never gave a full accounting. Is it right and proper for you to do propaganda videos? Oh, just to finish off, just to give receipts, Kelli Copter put out a video. She admitted doing similar editing work for the Aftermath Foundation. She took that video away, by the way. She took away the video. I have the video. So this is a woman who admits to doing propaganda. You might ask, Aaron, is it really proper for you to be manipulating tax laws to do propaganda for your own self? Because let's be honest, this is about him. It's not about Canra or anything. Hey, whatever, look at my stars. Guys, I gave you a picture of the stars. Well, there you go. I need to go into my backyard, pick up. Guys, give me money. Oh, what are we getting in exchange for money? Oh, guys, I'm not a grifter. You'll get my stars. So there we go with the Aaron cult. They're going full Oppenheimer, but without brain power, or integrity, or honesty, or in fact, anything at all.